She wants you to cry. Hey. Ouch. Run, the kids are scared. These kids are smart. They know what white people do, you know. Are they scared of us? Bro, the kids are running away. She wants you to cry. Hey. Ouch. Run, the kids are scared. These kids are smart. They know what white people do, you know. Are they scared of us? Bro, the kids are running away. She wants you to cry. Hey. Ouch. Run, the kids are scared. These kids are smart. They know what white people do, you know. Are they scared of us? They know what white people do, you know. Are they scared of us?
Alright, Shalom, like first and foremost, before I get started, as always, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that will well, peace and salutations to the Akim that's pushing his word in truthful sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth, waking up the hopeful elect and risking their lives and freedoms to do so, definitely more so now than ever before. This is the brother Zion Amon from the GMS Detroit by Camp, and it's just going to be a quick lesson, all right, regarding my evil, wicked twin, all right, brother Esau Edom, which is the so-called white man, all right, biblical nationality being Edom, all right. This is why we say so-called white, because he's not white at all. He's actually red, as what his name means. Edom actually means red, all right. So this is what we're dealing with. Now we saw, just a clip played 3 times, right, concerning Esau in the village of Laos, right, which apparently, right, you've seen these children. It must not have seen, so-called white people before, right, outside of the one that was recording with, to say Edomite or perceived to be Edomite. But this, in reality, if our people knew anything, this is the exact response. This is a righteous response, all right? When you see the devil coming, you should literally be running for your life, right? So imagine these are children, right, that they have enough sense, right, and wherewithal to, I think I should, stranger danger, right? I should be fleeing. I should be running. I should be, looking for refuge, looking for safety, all right? But 2/3 of our people, they can't understand that concept, right? Because they've been seduced by the same devil, and basically been lullabied to sleep, all right? So Jake doesn't have his, he doesn't have wisdom. He doesn't know how to use common sense, meaning his good senses. You understand? He doesn't understand danger when he sees it. Even though day after day these devils show that they're the violent man, that they're dangerous, perilous. You see? That they hate you, in fact, right? These people they give you all the evidence that you would need, right? What the scriptures say, you should know a tree by its fruit. So if this wicked tree is always sowing, violence towards you, hatred towards you, right? What more can you expect? You understand? So let's see. here, flee from sin as from the face of a serpent. Hey, these kids in the video, they was in the right spirit. You know, they fled, right, this lady, right? Because see, first of all, to have that look of a so-called white man, that's actually a curse from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You know, this is strange. It's not normal to look that way. These devils, they actually know that. This is why they spend the most money concerning tanning salons and what do you call that stuff? Sunscreen and all that. Right? They're the biggest consumers, right, of that because they're trying to get that color back. Right? Again, they know that it's abnormal, right? Even though it's a whole race of so-called white folks. Well, all these so-called white folks know that, man, this ain't it. You know what I'm saying? So thus, this is why children had that reaction. They like, damn, basically they didn't want the plague, right, to come upon them. Kind of like the story dealing with Moses, Aaron, and Miriam. You know, where I believe, I forget if it was Aaron or Moses spoke on behalf of Miriam to say, hey, basically, beg the Lord that, give her flesh back, her color back, because she looked like she's one that is half dead. So yeah, these children probably had those thoughts. Like, damn, I don't want to turn out looking like that, and or, right? We know with these Edomites, right? They go to these villages, right? That's not heavily populated, or that's basically how I'm trying to say, it's not online, so to speak. They don't have technology and all that, so they're not corrupted by the ways of the world. They basically just keep to themselves. Thus, all right, they see these Edomites will prey upon them, right, and get these children and do things, unmentionable things unto these children, traumatize these children, in some cases sacrifice these children. You see, so you have that dynamic, going on there, right, to where these children are probably traumatized by that fact, losing, siblings, loved ones, this, that, and third, due to them, these Edomites preying upon them, because we know how they get down. There ain't no secret now, all right? It ain't no secret. Shade was spewing on his glory, all right? It's all type of exposés that have come out and will continue to come out concerning how these devils do behind closed doors, right? PDF files, right? The PDF rings and all that, right? He's the biggest proponent of doing these type of things, right, in the dark. So just to finish this here, it says, flee from sin as from the face of a serpent. For if thou comest too near it, it will bite thee. The teeth thereof are as the teeth of a lion. Right? Makes it very strong. Alright, slain the souls of mankind. Also, teeth are also like a similitude for basically these military forces, these cops, these modern day Roman centurions. Alright, they're the teeth, alright, of the serpent, of the dragon. Alright, and they bite Jacob day after day when they incarcerate Jacob. Alright, and or empty a full clip into Jacob, delete him off the earth. You see, this happens all the time. Now, in a lot of cases, it's unjustified. Esau just be wanting to relieve some stress, so you feel like, killing a nigga today, type Tabernacles of